Past the halfway mark of Saratoga, amazingly. The summer is going by so fast. I don't know, it's like scorched earth everywhere though. It's so hot and humid. That too will pass soon, and then it'll be winter, and I'll be in Toronto freezing and complaining. So we have a good card today. I think, it's just one of those things. It just seems like if your name is Mike Maker, you can't do anything wrong. He's like, don't you get the feeling that if he were someone else, like, let's say, Orlando Noda, and he was winning with the kind of horses he's winning with, that people would be absolutely freaking out. But because it's Mike Maker, he's very respected. We're just kind of saying, wow, he's having a great summer. Those horses are running. And there's actually one I like today and might be a bit of a price. Of course, now I'll jump on the bandwagon and you know what happens there. But it comes up here in race number 2. So we'll take a look at a few different races today. This is a grassy race, mile and a 16th. For 50,000, claiming 3 and ups. And it's the one horse Stanford. This horse has a lot of things going for him, regardless of the fact that he's now in the Mike Maker juggernaut stable. He does seem to run well fresh, which he's coming into this race with a series of 3 works, getting ready. But he has run well off the bench before when he shipped over from the pond. Across the pond, his first start I thought was actually not bad. It's not like he finished all that close, but it was pretty good. Price Talk was in there, who he faces again today. Came back fresh again for the wood chipper. And this was a decent race, really. I mean, he finished 8th, but it's like he was so far back and he closed up well. Decent buyer figure. Again, fresh at Houston, just missed. So the horse does seem to run well off of the shelf. I will look at him. I think the race goes through the 5-horse Summer to Remember. Summer to Remember, this one, another one fresh. And Todd Pletcher has been having mixy results with these kinds this year. Some run extremely well. Others are finishing kind of like runner-up. It's like not that they're running out. It's just they're not all winning. This horse in for a claiming tag today, and I think it's a legit drop. He's shown that he's not really the caliber to run in these stake races. So at some point you say, you know what? Yeah, we paid $200 for him, but what are you going to do? These things happen. There was a watch horse in here, but it's Glory Row. That's a main track. So we'll watch for him for another day. The 8-horse Jung Canoe probably takes a lot of play coming off of that last win. Had to go to Monmouth to get the win. I might hold that against him a little bit. I have to say, I'm just that way. He has a decent run here at Saratoga, but I'm not super Jung Canoe today. Not a big supporter of him. Race number 4, we'll jump over there. Boy, those horizontal, the horizontal features yesterday paid a ton. Like the late pick, or the pick 5, the pick 4, paid an absolute ton. Could happen again today. It's that kind of card. Race number 4, 40,000 on 2, going 6 furlongs. There's a horse that's probably going to be bet in here. I'm a bit against Air Show today. He's coming off of a vet scratch on July the 23rd. So he ran at Indiana. It was okay. A work, and then the vet scratch happened, and there's been 1 work since then. These works aren't super exciting. He was a Diodoro horse. He's okay. He'll take some money. I'm not completely against him, but I'm a little suspicious, I have to say. I will go to the 6-horse Trash Talker looking for a price here. I like the fact that Irad is in the saddle. Rode him extremely well here, showed a little speed. If you didn't have speed yesterday, you weren't getting anything on the main. Maybe it doesn't happen today. Tracks can change. Superintendents don't like when people say there's a bias with their tracks, so it may be dug up today and everything will be coming from off the pace. We'll have to see. But this horse should be strategically placed. It's a little early. And I figure he should be a big player there in race number 4. I'll throw him in with the 1 horse, even though the Abreu horses aren't really, they're running okay. He's just not winning. 1 win, 5 seconds from 14 starts. But the horse himself, I think he fits here, lightly raced, going turf back to dirt. And he looks legitimate at this level. In for a price, so that's important there too. Another race I will look at today is race number 8. Back on the grass, a 5.5 furlong dash. This race I'm going to try to beat the 1-horse Shecky Shabazz. 2-1 morning line. I don't know, what do you guys think? Probably goes off less than that, probably 7-5, 8-5. There's no really other fancy Chad Brown or Todd Pletcher horses in here. or Mike Maker horses. So Shecky Shabazz is, especially with his speed, obviously good all-around record at the distance. He likes Saratoga. He looks like he's relatively in good form. Recent races, workout, like everything about him looks okay. But I just wonder if he's a little bit past his best before date. He hasn't won a race in a couple of years. He was running obviously much tougher than this. This race in the Troy last fall, a year ago, would put this field to bed. But I'm just not sure that he's right there this time. I thought he should have won one of these races, but he managed to finish second in both. So I'm not sure where Shecky is. Can he win? Of course. Am I going to play him? Absolutely not. The 3-horse Noble Emotion, this one coming off of a couple of wins. He's brave right now, and I appreciate that with him. 2 for 2 at the trip. The Horacio de Paz horses, we've seen them over and over, just continue to run well. Definitely a bit of a test in class for this horse today. You'll face a couple that he hasn't seen the likes of yet, but I like the fact that he's very quick early, and so he gets himself in the game. Another one I'm going to go to is Joker on Jack. Joker on Jack for Wesley Ward. This one shipping up here to my country. Woodbine last time out in the Jacques Cartier. That wasn't a bad feel. And Super Stonehenge, he's been really, really good for Cassie, and Pink Lloyd is, you know, he's legendary in these parts for what he's done in his career. So Joker on Jack, maybe it just needed to get a race somewhere. I don't know. I mean, Wesley, I can never figure out when his horses are. I mean, he just runs them, it seems like, willy-nilly, but he does extremely well. So who am I to say? It's just playing him as tough, right? Like they break the maiden at Keeneland, go across to Newbury, of all, it wasn't even Ascot, it was Newbury, comes back to Woodbine, and then a big gap. And this is like all 2019. This is forever ago. It doesn't even matter now. Couple, like one race in 2020. He's had 2 races so far this year. I don't know. But usually when Wesley Ward's horses are entered, they're ready to go. The 9-horse competitive Saint, I was looking at a little bit. George Weaver, you know, we talked about that. He's hitting the runner-up spot a lot, just not getting the wins, and that tends to happen to him. I don't know why, but it tends to happen to him at Saratoga. When he's back at Belmont or Aqueduct, we will definitely jump on board and play on those horses, play them hard. There's not much for watch list horses. Again, just the one main track only. There is one running at Belterra. If you play Belterra, it's race 7, the 6-horse Positive Vibes, who looks interesting to me. That's it for today. So enjoy Friday. We'll get into the weekend tomorrow. Hot, steamy, and an August that is, it's fantastic. We're playing horses.